Hello, Divine Feminine, and welcome to your power message for Wednesday, Wonderful Wednesday. My name's Liz, and this is Guided by Angels. And it's not just any Wednesday, it's the last day of May today. So you're going to feel something is brewing and shifting. I mean, tomorrow it's going to feel so much lighter energy. I feel that tomorrow, when June comes in, I know it's obviously time is illusion, it's all flowing in, and time is fluid. So you may even be feeling this today. But you're just going to feel like a big weight's gone off your shoulders. Not just with your twin, but financially. Anything that you're struggling with to do with work or anything in the physical body, you're just going to feel lighter. I feel a much lighter energy coming in. So how can you prepare for that today? How can you get ready for this lighter energy today? So I want to bring in 3 decks of cards. I'm going to bring in the Happiness Coach cards to really see what energy you are operating in. And I'm going to bring in a deck by Mike Dooley. Now, this deck is called, I don't even know what it's called, but this is the kind of thing that comes with it. It's like this, okay? So it's got pictures on and then, words, and then it's got things on the back. So it's like a self-love deck. I'm going to bring that in. And I'm going to bring the love notes in as well. And then I'm going to bring in the daily guidance cards, or the daily guidance book, should I say. But I'm going to start with the guiding me to use the DF Confessions again by Bridget Rau. And I think I'm going to bring the DMs deck in the masculine reading. So I'm going to bring in the counterpart deck of this for the masculines today. I've had this card on, I can't even speak today, but look, I've had this deck on the floor. Bear with me, okay? So because I can't get my words out, there could be some challenges in communication today, not just with your twin, but in life. You may be wanting more time by yourself today as we prepare for June. Having more time for you, working things out for you. So what energy are you operating in today, Divine Feminines? Straight out. I'm afraid to wish you a happy anything because I never know if you'll respond or not. So you may be thinking about communication today. This also says that it could be an event coming up. So some of you watching, you may be thinking about wishing them a happy birthday. Maybe it's their birthday coming up and you're thinking, I really want to wish you a happy birthday, but I'm afraid to in case you don't respond to me. Or maybe you're thinking about Christmas time or other times when you've reached out and they haven't responded to you and it's caused you pain, because I feel that you are learning now how to release that. You're learning how to not take it personally if they don't respond to you. To try and see it in a higher way, because, our ego doesn't like it when we don't get what we want. It thinks there's something wrong, and there's never anything wrong. There's always a reason, there's a lesson, there's a spiritual, thing going on. So if they haven't responded to you, it's actually nothing to do with you at all. It's to do with them and what they are going through and experiencing. A lot of the times the masculines really want to reach out, but they're afraid that you may expect too much from them too soon. They want to respond to you when they can give all of themselves to you, or they can actually be there for you. Maybe they want to be there for your birthday or for this certain thing that you're thinking of, but they can't for whatever reason. So there can also be things in the way in that way. So it's not just their fears or insecurities that can stop them from responding. It can also be their situation that can stop them from responding. So don't take it personally. And I know how hard it is, especially if they are in a commitment with someone else, or, they're married and you're thinking it's just another, celebration that we're missing out on. And you feel like you're being punished and you feel like there's a vendetta going on. But you're going to have so many more happy times to celebrate. There's going to be so many more birthdays and so many more happy Christmases and New Year's and Valentine's Days and Thanksgivings and all these things. So relax and breathe. So that's what I feel has been healed today. Now, not every one of you is going to be thinking about this, but a few of you maybe. Maybe it's their birthday, or it's been your birthday recently, or something's happened. Maybe they're going through something and you want to wish them well. It could be anything. It could be a promotion at work. It could be a graduation. It could be the children's graduation. It could be anything that you're thinking, I'd just like to. Well, they're blocking my throat. Wow. Yeah. Oh, wow. Sorry about that. This is what happens when I'm channeling. Wow, they just took my breath away. Oh, okay. This is what's coming through. Thank you, angels. They channeled it very clearly there. Wow, okay. When that happens sometimes, it stops me in my tracks. So when you're thinking all these things and you're going over if they're going to respond, or, they want to respond, and something stops them in the track. So I feel what the angels are getting across here through this very powerful throat chakra channeling they've just given me, which feels like, oh, I can't breathe. When you reach out to them and wish them a happy birthday, or you reach out to them in any way, they want to respond to you. Okay, they've just channeled this to me very, very clearly. They want to respond to you, but fear can stop them. Okay, fear of making a mistake or doing something wrong. Now, this may be because they've made mistakes in the past. It may be because of that. Or they're afraid of letting you down, which I'm really connecting with. And, when I just went through that there, where they took my breath away really badly. And anyone who channels angels or channels the twins, or, reads cards themselves, will really understand how that feels when I go through that. Because, it just is like, I've got no voice, it just disappears. And I felt then, I didn't sneeze, but I felt like a sneeze was coming. And a sneeze, this is my Twin Flame Ascension Oracle deck. A sneeze is when we release fear quickly around doing something wrong or making a mistake. Now, I feel that when you message them and say happy birthday, or what you're up to, or, whatever you do to contact them, a lot of the times the masculines are in fear because they're afraid of making a mistake or doing something wrong. And that could be because they've done that before and you've maybe called them out on it, or you fell out about it, or, they felt like a failure about it. And he says, I don't want to make a mistake again. And also he's got his own fears, and you have this too. Fears around not being recognised or appreciated because of a silly mistake. So he's afraid of, things maybe not going to plan either. But I feel those fears there are about you, what you go through when you're afraid. You're saying here, I'm afraid to wish you a happy anything because I never know if you'll respond or not. So you have fears around not being recognised by your twin or appreciated by your twin. And then you think, oh, did I make a silly mistake by reaching out? So these are all the things you're healing. So it's about realising there are no mistakes and all is well. There are no mistakes, there's lessons, but they always lead to blessings. All paths lead home. No matter what's happened, forgive yourself because all is well, and affirm everything is working out beautifully in this moment. Everything is working out beautifully in this moment. So forgive yourself for feeling like they don't recognise or appreciate you, because they do. A lot of the times they're afraid of reaching back out or responding because they're afraid of doing something wrong. And that's why divine timing is involved, and it needs to happen when it's meant to. So I'm going to bring in a love note first of all. So what do they want to say to you about this? So the message is, thank you for being there. Wow. So what your twin is saying, every time you've said happy birthday to me, every time you've wished me a happy new year or a happy Christmas or Easter or anything, thank you. Thank you for being there. And thank you for being there with me through the very thick and thin moments of my life. I cannot imagine my life without you. So this is gratitude for you being there. And for you being you and being there through the thick and thin of their life. So, it's like you're saying you've been there through the thick and thin. You've been there through it all, and I'm going to make this up to you. And he may not be able to express that to you today, Divine Feminine, but he certainly will in the future. So move into June understanding that you are appreciated and valued, and he does care about your opinion, and he does want to reach out to you and respond to you, but he's waiting for the right time. Your twin cannot imagine your lives without each other. So what else do we need to know moving forward today? Flying out the deck. So the first card is observe carefully. So observe carefully. Now, what they show me there is that pink rose. Now, you might see there as a pink rose or a white rose. The red rose is a symbol of apology. But the pink rose, or you could see there as a white rose, is a symbol of romance or purity. Now, I'm really seeing this as, observing the journey from a higher way. You have to look at it in a higher way, because You may think, oh, he hasn't replied to me because he doesn't want or love me, and I'm afraid to reach out in case of that, but it isn't that at all. It's things your twin is going through deep within themselves, deep within their mind, their heart, their soul, the very essence of who they are. They want to peel back those layers. In spiritual truth, they see you as the most beautiful thing in their life, and the energy is time to move on. So you may even be thinking, is it time to move on because he doesn't reply to me? Okay, I'm afraid to wish him a happy anything because I never know what will happen. Should I move on? Have they moved on? So there's all these feelings. So we have to release that and forgive ourselves for thinking these things. And understand, yes, it's time to move on. But it's time to move on from the pain and the struggle and the fear. Let it all wash away. Let all of that wash away from you. Maybe even have a shower and feel all of that washing away from you. And then think, right, I'm going to create magic in my life. I am a creator. I can confide in others here. So you might think, well, it's helping me to be able to talk about this. I want to talk about it. Who can I talk to about it? You can talk with us here. Okay, you may be thinking, well, I've got no one I can confide in. My family don't get it. My friends don't understand. I have no one to confide in. But you have people here who get you and who've been where you are and who may have even come out the other side. So you have people you can connect with in the comments section. Soul family. We come together here for a reason from all over the world. So that creates magic. It helps you to feel safe. It helps you to feel understood. And it also allows you to take time out by giving back to you. Remember, if they aren't responding to you or replying to you, it's time for you to take time out for yourself, to give back to you, and to create memories with yourself, doing things by yourself, going places, enjoying life. You'll make memories together, and you've made memories in the past, but you'll make more together. But this is about enjoying the moment and being in the now. What really worked for me before my union was creating memories in my life, doing things I enjoyed, going places, doing things without thinking out to wait for my twin or to go out with friends or any of these things. So confidence is everything. When you have confidence, you know your power as a divine feminine. And that really does help you to work with others. So in other words, when you have confidence, you can work with your twin in the 5D, you can work with angels, you can have better relationships with people in your life. And the way you do that is by being light-hearted and knowing it's safe to land. Look at this, the bee coming in saying, there's a miracle. There's a miracle coming. Your masculine is on their way. They're just waiting until they feel safe to land. That means when they feel safe to reach out and tell you how they feel. So the energy coming in around this today is, we've got, if they once loved you, they still do. Wow. And you've got the energy of Saturn there as well. If they still loved you, if they once loved you, they still love you. But if they once loved you, they still do. And you're being reminded that, you might be thinking he doesn't love me anymore, or he isn't going to respond to me anymore, or he's with someone else, he doesn't care about me anymore. If they once loved you, they still do. The energy is, thanks for every single time you ever fell in love. Whether or not it was obvious, whether or not it lasted, and whether or not you were loved back, it changed everything. Actually, you were always loved back, the change of the universe. So what this is really saying is, the message coming through that you need to hear is, if they once loved you, they still do. That's what you need to hear. But this is also reminding you of all the people who've been in your life, that all the people you've cared about, previous lovers, friends, bosses, colleagues, people you've encountered along the way, they've all taught you things. They've taught you how to love yourself, how to give back to you, how to be a leader. They've given you great lessons and growth. So this is about realizing that everyone and everything grows your soul. Every job, every situation, every person, every lover, every experience grows your soul. So you can bless the past and move forward with love, and that will help you to move on and feel free. So bless this journey and say, my twin flame or something better, please. And when you give that to God, it opens doors. It doesn't mean that the universe is going to send in another lover. It means they may send you a friend who helps you. Maybe you've been affirming that to the universe and wow, you found this channel today. And here you are with soul family who get you, where you can understand about the journey and receive guidance and help. Or you may just receive a new job or an opportunity to create something magical in your life. And that brings in great changes and allows you to focus more on you and work on self-love and feel lighter. And then that's the return that's needed for them to come back. So if they once loved you, they still do. And that's what you're being shown from the universe today. They loved you then and they love you now. Nothing's changed apart from the fact that they are healing. So release any worries to God. Release any worries about if they are okay, what they are doing. So the message in the book today says, release worries about your loved ones. Release worries about your loved ones. So you might be thinking about your twin. Is he okay? Is he financially okay? What's he going through? Give it to God. If you're worried about your mum or your dad or a sister or a brother or a friend, give it to God. All people have guardian angels continuously watching over them. And that definitely includes your loved ones. Instead of worrying about your friends or family members, ask for angels to be by their side. The moment that you do this, your request is granted. The greater the number of us angels surrounding you or someone else, the more a person is insulated by love. This force will shelter you and those you care about against storms and turbulent currents, helping with happiness and safety. Right at this very moment, we're watching over you and your loved ones. So give any cares, worries or concerns you may have about them or you to God. And know that through your prayers, we angels are protecting them. So you can affirm today, my loved ones are watched over by God. My loved ones are watched over by the angels, and I give my cares and worries to heaven. Thank you, divine ones, for watching over my loved ones in particular, and then it's blank. So you can say, in particular, my twin flame, or my mum, or my sister, or anyone else you are connecting with. So you are loved and watched over. The angels are there to help. You are not alone. So instead of worrying, give it to God. As soon as you ask, it is given. The angels are there. God created the angels for you to help you. You have a guardian angel with you who's unique to you, watching over you. And you have an army of angels by your side that you can call on at any time. So give it to heaven. And remember, if they loved you once, they still do. They love you. Of course they do. And you may be thinking, well, that's not true because I love my karmic partner, but I don't anymore. And what this means is you respect them now. If you've healed, when I look back at my catalyst or, same label, catalyst, karmic partners, soulmate, whoever you connect with. When I connect with them, I bless them and I feel respect for them because without them, I wouldn't be here. And I also feel respect for George's catalyst too, because without them, he wouldn't be here with me. And someone actually said to me, oh, you went through a lot of your relationship, your lessons and growth with catalysts. Absolutely I did. Why? Because I could be here now talking about it. If I hadn't gone through my experiences, I would be where you are watching someone else's YouTube channel. I wouldn't be here now doing my own, helping and guiding you towards your own union. So everything happens for a reason. So my advice is don't look at other people's journeys. Look at your own. Don't judge other people's journeys unless you've walked a mile in their shoes. Think about your own journey. That's what matters. And if there's any doubt or fear there or worry, give it to God in exchange for peace. And you'll receive what you need. The answers, the video to watch, the tarot reading, the intuitive feeling, the sign, the synchronicity. You'll be given it by God because that's what he's doing. He's showing you through his angels and through the guides you connect with that you are loved, safe, and everything is working out. So lighten the load today. If you start sneezing and you're afraid of making a mistake, remember there's no mistakes in this lifetime, just lessons that lead to blessings and love. I hope this helps. Have a great day and I'll see you soon.